What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You guys, this is season 12, episode 8. Girl is titled "It Takes a Villain." Alright, you guys, so before we jump into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and are not subscribed, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date, having me pay for it at the end of it. Do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also sharing the video. And with that out the way, you guys, without further ado, let's discuss The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, shall we? Alright, you guys, so this episode, because when I look at my notes, this episode was filler because this, if you guys look at my notes, the bulk of it is Garcelle. That's Crystal, that's Kyle, that's Erica, and then here's Dorit on the back. So we're gonna be here for a few minutes, but we ain't gonna be here down here that long because the episode just wasn't much. So I guess we can start up with Doritos since she's on the back. Let's start up with Dorit. So we see Dorit. So thank God Dorit has shut up about that goddamn house break-in. Thank God I don't have to hear that. She mentioned it, but she didn't really harp on it like she'd been harping on it. I was like, thank God for small miracles, because I was over Dorit talking about it. The thing that threw me in this scene with Dorit is the fact that her mother, we saw her mother and we saw her brother. Dorit, I know you say when you travel the world, you can speak in any accent you want. But girl, why you don't sound like your family? Because your brother didn't have an accent. Your mama got some kind of an accent, but it ain't your accent. So it's just kind of interesting. But her mother is there. She is there after the break-in. Dorit, girl, you're going to use this for a storyline? This is going to be your whole storyline, huh? Okay. So she has Sutton over. And, she and Sutton were talking. So they're talking about the trip to Punta Mia. And, she's asking Sutton, like, how is she and Crystal? And how is she and Diana? Well, she's not too happy with Diana. And I'll talk about a little bit later why she's not happy. Well, we can talk about it now, but I'll go deeper as I get to Garcelle. So she's not happy with Diana because Diana sent out a text message and she misspelled Garcelle's name, and she didn't like the way that she came at Garcelle. But with her and Crystal, they've moved forward. Then Sutton's talking about how, she went and had something done with testosterone and she's feeling balanced. Baby, Sutton wasn't balanced at that birthday party. But I was on, and that is a strange thing to say. I was Team Sutton at Garcelle's birthday party. You guys know I don't see it for Sutton. You guys know I don't see it for Sutton. But the fact that at Garcelle's birthday party, I was Team Garcelle, I was Team Sutton, I was not Team Diana, and I was not Team Kyle. Because Kyle, I'm going to talk about Kyle, but Kyle pissed me off at their birthday party. Don't say that. Well, she is soulless. But we'll get there. So let's pause here, you guys, and move forward. Next up, you guys, let's talk about the con artist, Erica Girardi. So you guys know that I told you guys before that Erica has a new lawsuit, right? Where they're saying that she's the face of the family. Now, here's my thing with Erica. Like, Erica's doing a photo shoot for her hair, for her pretty mess hair, right? I was like, wait a minute, Erica. You just said that you have this tax debt that you saying you can't pay, but you got money for a photo shoot. And then I still asked the question, how was she paying, like, Mikey? I know she had to be paying Mikey a chunk of money to work for her. So and you still got Mikey. Unless Mikey's working for free, I don't know how Erica Jane is doing it. So, yeah, she's doing a photo shoot for her pretty mess hair. Has anybody bought pretty mess hair? Let me know if it's good quality hair. I hope that hair that she's wearing in some of her scenes, because oh my God. So when she was on Watch What Happens Live, I forget when she was on Watch What Happens Live, but did you guys see they took a picture of the back of Erica's head, and all you could see was the tracks? I'm hoping that wasn't Pretty Mess hair, because if it was Pretty Mess hair, it lives up to its name. Pretty Mess. I just want to know where Erica's getting the money. She don't have the money to pay these taxes, but you got money for a photo shoot. Bitch, what you need to do is figure out a way to pay them damn victims some of their money back. And when I say bitch, I ain't calling Erica a bitch. I'm just saying bitch loosely. I'm not calling Erica a bitch. I'm just saying bitch very loosely, you guys. You need to figure out how to pay them damn victims. Give them victims something. They have suffered enough, Erica, because of your husband that you are still legally married to. So give them something. I mean, damn. Any little bit helps. Any little bit helps. So she was talking about, how her grandmother helped her move to LA. She was also talking about how her grandmother was a seamstress. I was like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? I guess she was saying if her grandmother was there, she would tell her to get her ass up and get shit done. No, what you need to do is get your ass up and sell some of that shit and help them victims recoup something. Help them recoup even a small portion of what your husband took from them. And those victims are not lying, Erica. I just want to point that out. They're not lying. But I'm going to move forward, you guys. So we're going to pause here and we're going to move forward. Yeah, you guys, this episode is filler. Next up, you guys, let's talk about Kyle. Ain't much with Kyle either. So we see Kyle. She is with Alexia. And so I'm guessing this is around Thanksgiving time. So they're talking about Friendsgiving. And Mauricio comes in and, Kyle asks Mauricio to come with her to Garcelle's party. He says he'll see. Child, y'all know how Mauricio is. Mauricio is always high. So if Mauricio ain't smoked the blunt, he might be able to go. But he asked her who's going. She said, PK. I don't know who else she said, but she said Rena's not coming. And she's not sure if Diana's coming. So this is where we got the information about Diana. So Diana is on bed rest, and she sent the ladies a text message saying, why am I using air quotes for that? She doesn't normally, I guess she's trying to say she doesn't overshare, but she feels like she needs to tell the ladies that, oh my God, I can't even do her accent because I don't even know what that accent is. But she tells the ladies that, she overdid it by going to Punta Mia. This is after her miscarriage. They had to do surgery to save her uterus. I think they said her uterus. I believe her uterus. Yeah, they said her uterus. So she was supposed to be on bed rest, but she flew to Punta Mia. She drank. She did this. She did that. But you were on bed rest after having a miscarriage and that is extensive surgery with your uterus. But you were on bed rest. And the only reason why she's saying this all is because of you, Garcelle, misspelled. And she doesn't want Garcelle to think that she's rude by not coming to her party. Ooh, bitch. Bitch. You know what? If I was Garcelle, I would have, ooh, bitch. My fingers would have been going. Because I would have been like, oh, okay, you know what? That's fine that you're on bed rest. I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself. But look at her, bitch. If you don't want to come to my party, say you don't want to come to my party. I couldn't give a flying fat fuck if you come or not. Like, I couldn't give a flying frizzle frack if you come or not. Really couldn't give a flying frizzle frack if you come to my party or not. So, go to hell. I would have cussed her ass out in that motherfucking text message. Girl, the fuck? Who are you? Oh, that's right. A nobody. So let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So next up, you guys, Crystal. Again, filler. Nothing happened until we got to Garcelle's birthday party. So we see Sutton and Lucy. They are on Instagram. I guess they're on Instagram Live or TikTok or some. And, she's making a holiday drink. Then Rob comes in. Lucy told her the drink is too strong. So her brother is back. He went to China. You guys know her brother does music. And he was in China, I guess, promoting his album. He's been gone for a year, so now he's back. Rob, he comes in. So Rob, I think, just got back from the UK. I think London. Now, when he was saying Norfolk, because the little boy said, Dad, you keep saying the F word. He says, no, I'm not. He said, yes, you are. He kept saying, is it Norfolk? Because they even asked it, is it Norfolk? Because you're saying Norfolk. Norfolk. Like, you kept saying Norfolk, not Norfolk, so I don't know what it is. But Rob is making a movie based off of a book over in London, I believe. And so he and Crystal, they're talking. So he asked Crystal, how was the trip to Punta Mia? Did you guys see that? Like, he already has paint transfer on his car. Like, you lucky, sir. You're lucky. You literally pulled in, you damn near hit this car. So Rob asked Crystal how was the trip to Mexico. She said it was good. He asked how was it for Diana. She says, well, Diana's trip was kind of like my first trip with the girls, but Diana, she could handle it better than I could. Did she really? Because when Sutton yelled at her, she cried. But then she wanted to play Big Bad Wolf after that. And you guys, so before this episode came on last night, I was watching last week's episode, and I think it was one of those behind the scenes episodes where they show something we didn't get to see in the previous episode. So I thought Sutton was doing a little bit much in last week's episode. Now, Sutton did put a little extra on what Diana said, but I had to listen to it. When Dorit them got on the plane, they asked her, do we have to, where do we have to sit in any particular place? She said, no, sit wherever. But then when Sutton came up to her, she said, go back to where you originally sat at. I was like, oh, so you were just doing that to get back at Sutton. Ordinarily, I wouldn't give a fuck, but it was the fact that you just sit there and played in Sutton's face was what bothered me. Like I said, ordinarily, I wouldn't care. It was just how she did that. It was like, damn, bitch, you dead ass wrong. But you guys, let's pause here and wrap up the episode with Garcelle. So you guys, we are finally seeing our friend of the show this season. We haven't saw Kathy yet, and we're 8 episodes in. So when the hell is Kathy coming? But we finally are seeing Cherie Zampino. See, I'm so used to saying Cherie Fletcher when she was married, when she was on, what was that show on VH1? Hollywood Exes. Because she was married then, but she's since gotten a divorce. So Cherie is here. Honestly, Andy and Bravo, because I know Bravo watches every YouTubers, and I'm pretty sure y'all send a message to Andy Cohen. Tell Andy Cohen to snatch that diamond from Diana Jenkins and give it to Cherie. Cherie in her opening scene with Garcelle was more interesting than what we've gotten from Diana in this entire time that she has been on this show. Give the diamond to Cherie. When I found out that Cherie was coming on the show, I was really expecting for Cherie to hold a diamond, but then they said they're giving it to newcomer Diana. I was like, well, who is that? I hadn't heard nothing about Diana. Like, I literally heard nothing about Diana until after they started filming. You know what? I think that's probably what happened. I think Diana probably got her diamond. Like, because I don't see what Bravo and Andy saw in Diana to say, oh, let's give her a diamond over Cherie. So, you guys know Cherie is the ex-wife of Will Smith. They have the son. What is this? Jaden? No, that's not. That's Will and Jada's son. Trey. That's his name. Trey. So, Garcelle, she lets us know the history. We all know Will Smith. Cherie was married to him. They got divorced. Garcelle says she dated him. It was after they got divorced, but it was before she knew Cherie. It is what it is. She also tells Cherie that, her and Will's relationship and even with Jada's relationship, it helped her to be able to co-parent with her ex-husband. Whew, Lord, do you guys remember when Garcelle wrote that email sent that email out about him cheating? Shit, she did that. I can't hate on Garcelle for that, because damn. Sent the email to everybody he worked with, letting him know he cheated on her. I bet you the next woman he get with, he will think twice before he cheats on her after what Garcelle did. But Cherie is back. she celebrated her birthday, and Garcelle's getting ready to celebrate her birthday. So, she says, who all came? She said, baby daddy was there. And she says, was Jada there? She says, nah. Jada does her own thing. Child, don't we know? August Alsina. So, Cherie had a COVID bae, but basically it's not like she sent him on his way. And then they talk about Garcelle's birthday party, and Garcelle, girl, your birthday party wasn't going, with it being all the ladies together, that birthday party was going to be a shit show. And baby, was it ever. So then we later in the episode saw not Cherie, but Garcelle with her sons and her nephew, and she was trying on her dress for the party. So we see all the ladies as they're getting ready for the party. Sudden called Kyle to see what Kyle was wearing. And then we see all the ladies show up to the party. Now, Erica, girl, if you want to be friends with Sutton, say that, because you want to be friends with Sutton at this point. Because she was talking to Sutton, oh, Sutton, I called you just to see, what I should send Garcelle for her birthday. You did what? But I sent her flowers anyway. You did what? Did who? Say what? You call who? Who? Me? Why? Like, I would have asked a girl why. Little Miss Motherfucking Small Town. Like, I'm not gonna get over Little Miss Motherfucking Small Town. Or what? Or what? Like, I'm not gonna get over that. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Like, the things that Erica has said to Sutton. Again, I'm not a Sutton fan, but girl, you have said some disgusting things to that woman. For what? Because she doesn't believe your stories? I wish Erica would, But also we see at the party, we see Lonnie Love, we see Adrian Holden, and we see Sherry Shepherd. Now, I know some of y'all can't stand Sherry at this point. Whew. Y'all are shady when it comes to Sherry. And that's all I got to say. So, remember, I told you guys that little Miss Diana was supposed to be on bed rest, right? Well, she showed up to the party, and I'm like, wait a minute, but you're on bed rest. And we're going to talk about that in a minute, because she's a contradiction. And she also brought Garcelle a copy of her book. Girl, you could have kept that book. If I was Garcelle, I would have said, oh, thank you. Next. She has a birthday cake that is a Birkin, but she doesn't want to buy a Birkin. But that cake was expensive as well. But okay, go off, Garcelle. So, Erica, I don't give a damn about you dating, period, point blank. So, Cherie shows up and she introduces all the ladies to Cherie. And, Cherie was talking about her vagina, I guess, being upset with her or something like that. And I think it's because she doesn't touch herself. I'll be PC and say she doesn't touch herself. And it's interesting when I listen to Cherie, because even for me, when I was nobody in my family ever told me this. I was just in a church that you don't pleasure yourself, so to speak. And because it's against God, God doesn't want that. It's against this. It's against that. And I used to, as a teenage boy, I used to feel so much shame behind that. I used to feel so much shame. It's like especially when I was going through puberty. It's like, what else am I? I mean, I don't want to have sex because I don't want to, have kids out there. I don't want to have kids, but I'm like, you're telling me this is bad for me to. It's wrong for me to do that. But again, a teenager going through puberty, what the fuck are you supposed to do? So at a certain point in my life, I got to the point where, like, you know what, if God is upset with it, he'll tell me when I get to the pearly gates. Everything that I've done in my lifetime, if God doesn't agree with it, he will tell me the day that I get to the pearly gates, and we can address it then. But until the day I die, we're gonna do whatever. We're gonna do the things that I mean, it's human nature. Like, why would, and that's kind of why I don't go to church anymore, because some of the things that they say that's in the Bible, I don't understand it. If we can think it and imagine it, why can't we do it? Like getting your ears pierced, getting tattoos, especially with the ears. That stuff that's been around. You know what? Neither. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I got what she was talking about. But child, I got to the point where I just said, fuck it. God is watch. God knows who I am. God knows my heart. And again, we'll discuss that when I get to heaven. So they had a Erica talked about Penny again. I was like, oh my God. And then PK walked over. PK, go away. So then so now we're gonna go ahead and just jump into Diana. So at one point, they were talking to Diana. Is this when Sutton took her to the side? I don't know when this happened, but Diana said at some point in this sit down that she don't do jabs. And I was like, but you took one at Garcelle in that text message, and you took one at Sutton on that plane. That was a jab at Sutton. Like, you do know that was a jab. So Sutton, she pulls Diana to the side, and she was like, I was surprised to see you here because I thought you were on bed rest. I am on bed rest. Girl, how the fuck are you on bed rest? Do you not know what bed rest means? Maybe Diana just learned English yesterday and she don't know what the fuck bed rest means. But bed rest means that you can't do anything. You are literally supposed to be in your bed. Like, if you move, you could potentially unlive yourself. Girl, I don't like that. The verdict has come down. The verdict has come down. JB does not like Diana Jenkins. Can do without her. Can do without Diana Jenkins. She can go. For all I give a damn. Like, Diana, she was doing way too much in this scene for me. And it was just like, girl, calm the fuck down. So she called Sutton fake. I was like, fake? Now, Sutton is a lot of... I don't care for Sutton. And Sutton is a lot of things. But I wouldn't say fake is one of them. I don't think I would say... Yes, well, you know what? She is a little fake. She is a little fake. Her talking to Erica, fake. Her telling Rena she adored her, fake. So she is a little bit phony. But not like you, Diana. Your face. You a different woman. So then she brings up the boat situation. And she's talking about how Sutton made it about her. Sutton was not making that about her. Sutton was empathizing with you. That's kind of like when you say, Sutton was like, she was like, oh, you don't get, it's hard when you don't get to say goodbye to a loved one. I know that feeling. That's showing empathy. I hear what you're saying and I empathize with you. Maybe you don't know what empathy means either. Maybe you don't know what the English, maybe you need to go and look at the English dictionary one more time. Maybe that's what you need to do. Because your English, maybe you just learned, like I said, maybe she just learned English yesterday. So Garcelle them came over at one point. And so they were talking and Garcelle told her she's rude and that she has a chip on her shoulder. And I was like, abso-fucking-lutely. This woman is rude and has a chip on her shoulder, but she doesn't think that. I was like, well, of course she wouldn't think that. So then she wants to bring back up this situation with Sutton about her being a bacon-eating vegetarian. That's what I have her saved in my phone as. Okay? I was do you know what, girl, whatever. I was a pescatarian. And if you guys don't know what a pescatarian is, a pescatarian really only eats fish. I was a pescatarian for a whole entire year, but I would have a cheat day where I would eat chicken. One day out of the week, I would eat chicken. Every other day, I don't even know how I did that though. Oh God. But I was a pescatarian. I ate fish. I wouldn't eat meat. I wouldn't eat hamburgers. I don't know how I did that. I wouldn't eat any kind of meat. Like I wouldn't do it. But I would give myself one day where I could eat whatever I wanted. But for the rest of the week, it was either shrimp, fish, or fish, pretty much. And actually, at one point, I actually did stop eating bacon completely. Actually, even now, I don't really eat bacon like I used to. Like as a kid, I used to eat bacon every morning. Now, if I eat bacon, it's like here or there. But yeah. But why do you care if she's a bacon-eating vegetarian? What they got to do with you? Is that going to kill you? Damn it, I shouldn't have said that. Is that going to unlive you? We'll edit that out. But is that going to unlive you? No. So, Diana asked Garcelle, is she Sutton's, mouthpiece or, her bodyguard. And she says, no, I'm not either one of those. Sutton can handle her own self. But she said, but you're an asshole. Amen, Garcelle. She is a complete asshole. She is a complete fucking asshole. And then, so we also find out that Denise didn't show up to the party, and Garcelle was pissed off. I told you she wasn't going to come. This is Eric. I knew she wasn't going to come. I knew she wasn't going to come. You need to be done with her. You need to be done with her. You need to be done with her. Okay, Erica, she needs to be done with her. Like, what the fuck? Girl. And then Garcelle is pissed. I'm like, why is Garcelle so mad? Like, now, if Denise didn't tell her she wasn't coming, I get it. Be mad at that. Like, but Erica, I was like, girl, calm the fuck down. So, if you're not done with her, you're gonna like a punk. You're gonna like a punk. Girl, shut up. So then we move back over to but Sutton and Diana. They're still talking, and Sutton is giving it to Diana, and I was right there just applauding her, like, girl, give it to her. But then Kyle, she said, you're soulless. Oh, Sutton, don't say that. Kyle, shut up. The woman is soulless. Y'all, Kyle, I like Kyle, but Kyle was pissing me off in that scene. Like, Kyle, shut up. You hear what this woman is saying? And then Kyle was talking about the text message. She didn't feel like it was that bad. Okay, you know what? I have nothing else to say. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Drop down in the comment section and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. What did I say? Drop down in the comment section and leave your comments. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Socially distance. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys for the next one. So you guys will see sisters later on this afternoon. Bye, guys.